The Edu Sonny Cassian, some no near to Joe Mubia Ubertini, civil society organizations, and all Eddie Tuja Sankabeya, Mampeni, Fananesi Horomopa, na illegal mining in Inano, Yenchum, near the Honsam no Ebebro. Yabakwa University of Ghana and Penifonso Apau anti-Galamsey project, a home and to my non Sembina no pay. Medebro Adom TV Badwam Kaseo share live on Facebook /Adom TV Extra. gov't 119, DSTV 280. Uko YouTube by Adom TV 2. Kwadomonline.com on same way any bebre kahwa yadebro mididi afia amankwa tamaklo. Afia ni dia mienti said and 70 mu ankasa etie. Peniba kwa waka civil society organizations ho Steve Mantiel. In order to Mampeni John Dramani Mahama eni mupa sankebeya onfa mrebi mra sisi eni menimi ya nhye sebeya wona etufa magudie wo mu ni ho ekwan no etimi ema won mu ejai kase no etwaso
galamsey mi no wo kase eda ho ekoso enti abeye agent and as very critical na ye twen omampanyini adwen esiso na owo bibi ye fa ho a onye ne ntem ansa aginsemu.
Executive Director Emma Health Foundation Africa Chekwojo Yamoa enso di tudwa se
nti aban ya to aba aban aba fufuri ye pese animu ya odi betudwa se galamsey no yenjai na afi nhyehyeye a ewo so woye ne boa na yitimi mamra eye adwuma ewo small scale sector no onfa tudwa na emmoa ne ntimi nto ase.
Executive Director for Institute for Energy Security, Ahono Esanye member, Emma CSOs, Nana Amuesi, enso editor abanenim se.
Yamin Chazen, ye fango yetun dadao. I will be in the yet to fango now generate carbon busy. Nembo se obani here de, a butcher was nada from Wayma to Ma. It's very important that you do it, survive. Not saying it's canivia, niches you can now begin to do the green transition. It's very important, yes, it can or they are line policies in era. Issue policy be or can for a buying yards for. Say, in era in Shadam watch or cat near West Yadager.
And they make say University of Ghana one more Apau initiative and as share for Froya won't you say a bit me abuana illegal mining and a galamsey no a bit me a brassier.
Galamsey in Samno. Efa nyina ye ho sisi a okoto kontomre ne board ye se obebo ampese de anya hoden anya apomuden a heavy metals a ewo kontomre nim na ewo board nim now the galamsey nsu a ewo pipe mu enno a asamando kwanso ana anam ekwan be na ye be fa so a ye be kyerɛkyerɛ sansam mu na ye nyina ya te ase se enya ban enye sojani enya politician na emum yenya ye dienti enesese ye jai galamsey
ne kasa ye mu no wasan kato aso se adwumadi wodi mfie mienu ena asi ho no mo a wodi die ya ne senti wodi atoka bi omufuo nyina enimu se wonka wo humum na wonhwe mpa akwan pa obetumi afaso etu akwan boni amanfo efaso tu fo magudi ase na aboa omamu ne nyina
yem project for 2 years mfie mienu na yem pa ebo ne se enkodru mfie mienu ne nyina ansa na ya hyase ehun sunsanso papa bia nti e bom pa yese mu nyina everybody come on board obia ensombi na yemwa said e be ya enka ebedi be 6 months na nka nsuo nyina ni atekronyin
enu adagana mampani John Dramani Mahama swafo ensia bia wono afamu wo vetting committee nanimu no wama won mo dinsia kantama nei wo fi won mo dwumadi no asia kase no koho edebe.
Ghanaians have shown that the days of tolerance for disrespectful gaslighting by government officials are well and truly over. They will take firm action as they deem fit to punish any administration that takes them for granted. I therefore charge you to serve in humility and candor, always remembering that we serve at the pleasure of the Ghanaian people, and that the authority we exercise emanates from them.
And which osan editor aswafo yenim se japade bia wo bia no omane nedi se be yaketa hye kankan ne pro ya wo ko e wona mamuomu no obetimi aduru sa abotaye no.
We must be transparent and fair in all our dealings. The anti-corruption institutions will be empowered to investigate and deal with any appointee who falls foul of the law. I expect all of you to begin the process of declaring your assets. The Chief of Staff will announce the cutoff date by which time all eligible appointees should have deposited their assets declaration forms with the Auditor General. I wish all of you good luck in your duties, and I pledge to work with you and give you the needed support, myself and Nana Jane, in the interest of working for the Ghanaian people.
Adom TV Badwam kase na uguso hwe na ekokuma wo mrahye bedwafie mu na wode nsem bi abase mampani atena ye wono abu amamra no eso eye Presidential Office Act 1993 no na nyina ne sansana obepaw mpanifo na wo se wone eye Council of State mpanifo ene di ho nkomo ebia sensi ye ene apaw mpanifo ama yaje won atuma wo koye adwuma susu se eho no mampani abuso kase no edeba.
Section 4.1 states that the President shall appoint such officers in consultation with what? The Council of State. We as a minority believe that the President has acted in breach of this act or the provisions of Act 463. And we are requesting of the President to kindly withdraw this letter and act in consultation with the Council of State, which is not in place. At best, this letter could have been issued with a paragraph to state that these appointments are being made pending the composition of the Council of State, and that they will be regularized in conformity with this act.
Cabinet Secretary mampanyini ayi no e wona tena ye mu hono no nso owura yi e kasa fa ho a wodi emu nkyiremu sei etudwa.
Clause 3. There shall be a secretary to the cabinet who shall be appointed by the President. We believe that the mode of appointment of the cabinet secretary was not done in accordance with the Constitution and ought to have been communicated separately from what the President or the communications outfit of the presidency has done. We are asking for the proper thing to be done in accordance with the Constitution. We don't begrudge the President or his nominee to sit as cabinet secretary, but we believe that it ought to be done in accordance with.
Eno ane nya gro mrahye bedwafie mu nchinyuwahye we ekoso wo mampani tu kwan ya wode na kwantu a wotu ye ekọ United Arab Emirates na ode commercial flight koye ene de kanema pani na adodanko akufo adode na yesa ye chinyiwahye ntino majority chief whip Kwame governs Abuja wono ene de sansem no etuja.
For your information, President Mahama traveled on commercial flight. Unlike yes, let me make it extra clear to you. He went on a commercial flight. Unlike the former president who rented private jets even when he's going within the country. President Mahama has never, since he took office, rented and used Ghana government money to pay for any flight. That is the difference between our former president and the current president.
Na sansa mo majority chief whip editu dwa no kane defense minister ani bimbilam na hyebedwani Dominic Nitiwul ani anye ho na bra wo kire mu no Dominic Nitiwul editu dwa say,
I want to say that President Akufo-Addo has traveled on numerous occasions on the same Emirates before. In fact, on some of the occasions he went to Honorable Asenso. He's here. You can verify for him. I have the privilege as Minister for Defense to always be at the airport when the President is traveling. And your minister will do same. So I have the records. In fact, I am aware that the President has traveled to the UK numerous times on British Airways. We always have to be there between 10 and 11 for him to go. So I'm just giving that information to Parliament and to the House. The second thing I want to correct is that President Akufo-Addo has not rented any private jet to travel within the country. West Africa, yes. Outside West Africa, yes. But in the country, no.
Ne ya baba to dwa se na no edament me ho ase military ni adehia want to form a goodie wo bo ase course no. E wo se me ni eda ho so man. Dr. Jerry Joe Harrison ya wo secretary de my University of Ghana chapter University Teachers Association of Ghana. Ene de sansemi to dwa wo kire mu se akonya no aba se sade we bie ye ni na ye hwe kwan ye befa so e beso ano.
Nemo ya koso no ye di beba wie sabi nipa nkwa ho hia intino said de beye bia be make sure say ye betimi asi galamsey ya no amma mfa nsusu so boni bia amre no e we say we don't want to be seeing these kind of clashes in future. People's lives, get lost in an completely avoidable, way. Intino me say it's unfortunate, but and also should be a wake up call to all of us. Say ya nhwe ya it's a report now yet, if it's anything to go by. Now we are getting to a situation where people are going to be emboldened to start doing the wrong things.
Wakasafa UG anti-galamsey projects. Asedia UTAC UG ebeye womono. Ena ureyi echire muse.
For a coin back question say, am the result now? For another way. I'm just a bit me. I complimented the UTAC and other media coalition. So me just said ne kwanso ano. And he said, I'm not doing some coin. Yeah, she said, the Omodi two Quam Siciano, said Quam for some person, Grofua, a galamsey, a casa, Nomade, and Semno, a bere omu. Yes, a little bit my boy, Ama, Adrian Sacra, Abba, if he said, Senipano, a tidia, what can I say? No, whom Susan Swa, galamsey, Adeba, Megidis, and so bit my boy, Ama, Sa. At way, yes, Yano.
Ghana Mampeni John Dramani Mahama, they told sorry Ghana phone anymore, say a nay bibi cost one a memonium sorry no I can do for bet me a can who some na yet me a bois among mine acronym.
There was an introduction of heads of states from very many different countries, and the applause that was given to the head of state from Burkina Faso was the loudest. And so that should tell us something that as politicians and Democrats, we need to set up to continue to hold the faith of our young people in our democratic governance. And so these are issues that the church, as the moral voice of society and the conscience of the nation, must continue to be one of the watchdogs. And so I urge you, when things are not going well, to be able to raise your voices and draw our attention to it. The government I lead is not an intolerant government. And if people speak and criticize us, we're not going to come and harass them and hound them and give them threatening phone calls. And so I believe that the church can speak freely, the media can speak freely, and we will take it as, a positive instrument for correcting whatever they are referring to. Religion has become the instrument of strife and division amongst people, but not so in Ghana. In Ghana, we live in peace, we interact as people of different faith, and I think that is a blessing that God has given us. And so for that, as I announced during the campaign, we will work with the clergy and people of all faiths to institute the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving again.